What's good, YouTube? Team Master Boss is here with the deck profile on Ben McDowell. He got top 16 at
I got 11th place.
top 16 at the Cleveland Regionals last week, or
Yeah, it was last weekend.
and what's the deck called?
Hazy Kings.
Hazy King. So go ahead and go and show it.
Okay, started off, I played 3 Fire Dog. It's based around fire monsters, and a lot of them have under 200 defense, which is really good. And then the best target to get with Fire Dog is Hazy Flame Cerberus. He's level 6, 2000 attack, and whenever he's sent to the graveyard, you can search for any Hazy card and add it to your hand.
So he's just singing.
Yeah, basically. And you can normal summon him without tributing, and he goes down to 1000 attacks, so it's really good. And then the other Hazy monsters, 2 Sphinx. Basically, him I can mill, call a card type, either monster, spell, trap, mill the top card of my deck, and then if I called it correct, I can monster born any fire monster from my grave. And then 2 Brighton, which is also really broken.
It's like the Rescue Rabbit, right? Basically.
Yeah, you discard a fire monster, tribute him, and then you can summon 2 hazy monsters from your deck. So it's like Rescue Rabbit for hazy monsters. And then 2 Fire King High Avatar Garnix. Anytime he's destroyed by a card effect during the next standby phase, either my opponent's or mine, he is special summoned from the graveyard, and he dark holes except for himself. So that's pretty good. And then Barong, anytime he's destroyed by a card effect, I can search for any Fire King card and add it to my hand.
It's pretty good.
2 Card Trooper to fuel my graveyard, 2 Tragodia, and 1 Gorse, because I don't play. The only traps I play are Trinal, so they like protect me from getting OTK'd. And then the most broken card in the deck, Onslaught of the Fire King ×3. While I control no monsters and my opponent controls monsters, I can special summon a fire type, Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast from my deck, and it's destroyed during the end phase, and its effects are negated. So, like, basically, I use that spell to bring him out, and then during the end phase he's destroyed, and then he comes back during the next standby phase and he dark holes. Or I can get, like, Barong, and Barong's effect will trigger, and I can search for any Fire King card. Or I can get Cerberus and get a search at the end phase, or when it's destroyed. So, best card in the deck, by far. 3 Circle of the Fire Kings. This card helps me OTK because it's a quick play spell. I target a fire monster on the field and a fire monster in the grave. I destroy the one on the field, and I special summon the one from the grave, so it helps trigger my Fire King monster's effects, and then because it's a quick play, I can attack with everything, and then play it still in that battle phase, and OTK with it, so it's really good. Triple Rekindling, because I play a lot of fire monsters with 200 defense or less, so it's really good. Triple Forbidden Lance. Basically, my deck is really weak against Bottomless and Deep Prison, because like any form of destruction outside of that, my Garnix is just going to come back. Like even Solemn Warning, because Solemn Warning still destroys and sends it to the graveyard, so its effect still triggers. So, like, basically Lance is just to protect me from those cards. Double MST.
Person ever.
Double MST. Just really good.
Even Ben's laughing.
Hazy Pillar ×2. I search it off of Cerberus a lot, but this spell, it's a continuous spell, allows me to normal summon hazy monsters with 1 less tribute than required, so it lets me bring out my Sphinxes and my Pritons from hand really easily.
So it's like your level down.
Yeah, and then it has a second effect, but it rarely ever comes into play.
Can't you like attach it to an XYZ or something?
If I have an Exceed, I can attach a hazy monster in my hand or on my field to the Exceed as a material. So I mean, it's nice to have that second effect, but it hardly ever is relevant. And then
the non-obvious.
And then the only traps to the deck is 2 Trinals.
Gosh.
Going on to the extra deck, my rank 4s are Abyss Dweller for Marmels, Cowboy, which I never brought out, Black Ship of Corn,
That's so good.
Maze Stroke, which is like, say I have an Onslaught and a Fire Dog play. What I can do is I can Onslaught for my Fire King Garnix, run over the monster with Fire Dog, bring out Barong, and then overlay into him, and then when my Garnix would Dark Hole, my Exceed still lives. So it's really good. Utopia, Shockmaster, and Diamond Direwolf as it for the rank 4s. This
Do you like that?
This won me a game actually at regionals, so it's.
I was about
like
to. I was about to.
monsters effects too, so it's just
It's like, ugh.
it's really good.
Yeah, I guess in yours. Yeah.
The most broken exceed in the deck: 3 Hazy Flame Bacillitrice.
Little chicken.
Yeah, he 2 level 6 Pyro monsters, I believe.
Yeah.
And basically the Hazy monsters is what makes him. And what he does, like it has effects based on how many materials he has, but
This first
those are
one's
hardly
the
ever
best.
relevant. Yeah, the first one's the best. It gains 200 attack if there's 3. And then it can't be targeted if there's 4, and it can't be destroyed by card effects if there's 5. And it has 2,500 attack, but its really broken effect is he can detach a material and banish any monster on the field or in the graveyard. That's it, no restrictions, he can still attack everything. It's like, I was playing against Cody, who was playing against Eckers, and this card just removed Hornet like every game. It was broken. Like, there's nothing you could do. Swordbreaker, which is basically like Catastor.
Quan, it is 27.
It's basically like Catastor in a rank 6 form. Photon Strike Bouncer, obvious. And then number 25 Force Focus, which he's basically like, yeah, he's good because like you can negate BLS and everything. It's a quick effect, and it's like kind of like Strike Bouncer, but he has 100 or more
And
attack.
you can main Honest in your deck, so you can like Honest him because he'd be like so broke. Oh my gosh. Broken place.
I also played Exit Beetle, but I borrowed it and I don't have it anymore, so I can't put it on here. And then the only rank 7 is Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger.
Boss, dude.
And then onto the side deck, 1 Beast King Barbaros.
Uh-oh.
Because I actually...
Where's the drains?
I side skill drains too.
There it is.
But like, the other reason I wanted to play 1 is because I felt... Like, I only sided him in 1 time the entire day. I felt like I could trigger his second effect by rekindling and then sacking 3 too. But that never actually happened.
I wish I would have done that in the top 8.
Yeah, it could have happened. 2 Soul Takers. I sided in once against Chaos Dragons. The 3rd MST. And then I don't play very many traps, so 3 Decree. And then 2 Goes in Matches, I never sided them in. 2 Shadow Imprisonings, never sided them in. And then 1 Dust Tornado. And that's the deck.
So overall thought?
It's very good. It loses to Macro Rabbit. That was one of my losses.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Like, literally every monster in this deck, except for Gores and Tragodia, rely on their graveyard.
Right.
So... Like, basically, I was the rabbit player I lost to. He had an unopposed macro in 2 games, and I actually managed to win 1 of the games because I had enough stuff in graveyard when he activated it that I was still able to like rekindling, go into Bacillitrice and win. But then game 3, he had a macro, and I had a decree for it, but I just didn't have anything. Like, I didn't draw the monsters that I needed to follow the decree up to win. So the rabbit player ended up winning, and.
Well.
It does lose to Macro Rabbit.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
We all play it. Alright, guys. That was Team Master Blasters with Hazy Fire Kings. Peace out.